Each year, more than 10,000 people try out for the show. Fewer than 600 contestants are selected. Past contestant Quinn Rufsvold is here to tell us about her experience in the studio. Thank you for being here today. How did you decide to try out for the Wheel of Fortune?
Well, they had a Wheelmobile event, and it's like this big bus that travels around the country to give contestants a chance to try out. And they were just right across the street from us where they were trying out from where my sister lives. So we just decided that we were going to hike over there for one of the auditions and try out.
That's great. So it was kind of a process that you had to go through, and you actually got called back for the final audition. What did you have to do for that, and how was it different?
Well, they actually made us, first of all, they gave everybody a chance to stand up and try out and try to solve the puzzle. And I actually ended up solving one puzzle in that round, so I won a little talking Vanna keychain, which was kind of funny. And then after that, they make you take a 5-minute written test to try to solve 16 partially solved puzzles. So you have to fill in the rest of the letters, and fastest 5 minutes of my life. And then after that, they eliminate most of the people in the room. They make it so there's only 25 of you left, and you usually start with anywhere from 75 to 100. And then after that, they make you play against 4 other contestants in kind of a mock game. And then after that, the auditions are over.
And then you wait, kind of, to see if you get a phone call or not. And you did, obviously. What was it like getting the phone call? How did you react?
Well, first of all, they send you a letter to let you know if you're on the show or not. So I had to wait 2.5 weeks to get that letter to even know if I was going to be on the show, which was a long time, but kind of tried not to think about it. But after that, it was in the end of January that they gave me the call, and I was freaking out. I saw on my phone that it said Culver City, California was calling me, and I couldn't even call my mom right after, and I was just so excited.
It was just all these emotions running through, and they say you get to be on the show. And how did you prepare for it? Was it a short time that you you had to prepare, or did they give you months in advance?
Well, from the time you get a letter, you have 180 days, at which any point they'll call you and say, in 2 weeks, we want you at this date, this taping, this place. So I only had about 2 weeks to prepare.
Wow, that's not a lot of time. So did they send you anything, and was there any kind of rules or strange rules you had to follow?
They do send you a big packet, and they tell you all about the kinds of puzzles they have. They tell you about the kinds of things you can win, and they do have certain caps on money and stuff you can win, which they're very, very high. But they do have kinds of that. They make a lot of rules as to what you can wear on the show. They want to make sure you're not falling out in any places or anything like that.
Keeping everything intact. So you get there, you go to Los Angeles, you get to the studio. What was the stage and set like? Was it what you were expecting?
The studio was actually a lot smaller than I ever expected it to be. And of course, I was on Pet Lovers Week, so they had they had a house and they had some dogs, but the puzzle board was actually really far away, which I thought was something, maybe it would be a little bit closer, but the studio was actually a lot smaller than I ever expected it to be.
It looks so big on TV. So you get there, how does the whole process work once you get to the set?
Well, they take you in and they explain everything to you. They go over the rules again, and then they take you to hair and makeup, so they airbrush your face, make you look great, and then they kind of fix your hair up a little bit. And then you tape what they call hometown howdies. So you just say, hi, I'm whoever from this town, and watch me play Wheel of Fortune on your station. So we kind of went over those a little bit. And then after that, they give everybody a chance to go up and call a few letters, and they give you a chance to spin the wheel, which the wheel is actually really, really heavy. They give you a chance to try out that. And then after that, they take you back, they feed you some lunch, and there's 3 games there. You tape 3 shows, and then they have a break, and then they tape 3 more. So you get to sit up in the audience and watch the other shows, and then kind of hang out until it's your turn.
And anticipate your big moment to go on the show. So you were in one of the shows, and what were the emotions like once you got on stage?
It was crazy. I didn't really realize how nervous I was until I got up there, and then I was kind of shaking like, oh my gosh, here it is, my big moment.
How did they reduce cheating? I know that like you can always glance over and look into the audience because there is a live audience there. How do they eliminate that a little bit?
Well, they do tell you that once your family gets there, you cannot look at your family. If you take even a glance at your family, that's kind of taken as a sign of cheating. So you cannot look up at the audience at all while you're doing.
So what did you end up winning?
I ended up winning $9,700.
That's a lot. What are you going to do with all of it?
Well, I think I'm going to take a trip somewhere, but then the rest of it just kind of pay for school and do whatever with.
Do whatever. You have all this extra cash now. Well, thank you for being here, Quinn. It was great having you on the show.
Thank you.